What's up, guys? Tim in the North back with another AoE2 matchup. Today we are on enclosed with Simonstrix. I guess that's how you pronounce my opponent's name. In red. I'm in teal. Favorite color to play as. And yeah, so I'm at 928 at the time of this match. I've gone up a little bit. I did digress pretty hard. I think it was like last week I fell all the way down to the low 800s and had to, climb my way back, and it was a battle. There was a lot of matches. I'm not sure if any of them are like worth uploading. Like I said, usually it's sometimes I stomp someone, they leave early, or my base gets completely flooded with scouts, and they end very early, so it's not a very long upload. I'm not gonna waste somebody's time just to see 10 minutes of and then scouts run in and GG gets called. So yeah, anyway, this one goes a little bit longer. It's a little bit more competitive, so I figured, I just finished it, I'll upload it. Both bring in our water buffalo. I usually tend to go for the hunt pretty early here. Loading up on wood, getting houses, the good stuff. My opponent is bringing in all their buffalo, also brought in their rhino. So usually when this one finishes up, or close to finishing up, I'll bring the next one in. I also started to try to push early with the scout, to just save whatever wood. I guess I should also talk a little bit about the Civ picks here. I'm going Britons. I like to go Britons on this map. I just feel like, it's easy access to wood. I constantly have wood coming in, so it's a good one for archers. My opponent is the Berbers, which, I'm gonna be honest with you, I can't tell you much about. I don't really play as the Berbers. So, yeah. I am gonna start pivoting to a random civ in my matchmaking soon. I've really just been trying to get the mechanics down and, just feeling comfortable with a couple civs. I did start practicing a little bit more with melee lately, against PC, just, to get a build order down, to get the chonkers in. My opponent also pushing in deer, very nice. Yeah, so I've been practicing and doing a little bit of research. I'm obviously watching a lot of videos online. Obviously, Hera and, just various people. It's been very helpful. The resources are out there. You don't have to go, digging too deep to find something, right? So, 11 on food for me, 14 on food for my opponents, 2 on wood. So, seems like an early suggestion of, probably scouts. So, I try to start splitting my units, my villagers a bit, so that not everyone's too clustered after the, the boars, in this case rhinos. But anyway, one last deer for me. My opponent's also pushing in, probably 2 more deer, I'm not sure. I haven't watched the replay yet. Excuse me. During the time of the match, I almost forgot about this. I was just like, oh shit, I finished both of my boars. I need to get a mill up. Here, this villager was kind of trying to go out on a hunt himself. I pulled him back onto here to bring this in closer so there's less walking distance. I'm getting better. I gotta be honest with you, Arabia is still really tough because usually the hunt's pretty far away. So we both clicked up. My opponent a little bit ahead of me, and that's fine. 13 on food, 6 wood, 4 wood for me, 15. Idle time, I've already fallen behind on a Vil. I think it was just kind of like in the, getting into my groove. It was a long work day for me, so it's a little bit rusty, but it's alright. Obviously, opponent's starting to build a wall here. It's fine. I will be doing it as well, because that's what you got to do on this map. Quite a bit of gold in stone. Pretty spread out. Not sure how it looks on my opponent's side. All right. So I'm gonna speed this up just a tad. We'll see what my opponent's doing. They have dropped the barracks, and they are dropping a stable now. Me on the other hand, I drop my stable right next to the berries here, because anytime I play this, I feel like I get scouted and night rushed, so I want the, I want my spearmen close to where we're gonna be, rather than dropping it somewhere like back over here. Also dropping an archery range here. Opponent is still scouting a little bit. Actually, we probably didn't do much scouting at all, come to think about it. So this is what the map looks like for me. I did do... Oh, it doesn't. This is still filled in. There we go. Yeah, so I did one lap. I have a general idea as to where they are. They're more directly across rather than on one of the sides. What is my opponent seeing? Oh, I should probably just right-click on a house over here. I think it's control. No. There it is. It's shift right-click. So they have seen. They haven't necessarily done a lap yet, but we do see that we have some scouts coming across at different angles. Thanks for learning Capture Age with me, by the way. So they're just scouting and running around. It doesn't seem like it's too coordinated of attack, but obviously the three of these bunched together, you know, if they see something, they're gonna try something. So I have an Idleville here. I've also built up quite a bit of idle TC time, 55 seconds. My opponent is also falling behind a little bit, so at least that evened out, right? So they caught up together. Where's the? There's the fourth one. Oh, and another scout. How about that? Well, I was somewhat ready for this. I did park the pikemen there. Because like I said, I'm pretty used to this at this point, so I called these pikemen over, spearmen over, just to chase these guys out. I wasn't worried about something else coming this way because you know we're in feudal age. I doubt they have too many more scouts, and if they did, I'm pretty sure the vills that I had here could have cleaned it up. So you're gonna see me position these around a little bit, just because you know I know what's out here now, and I know what to be ready for. I am building a wall. I did make some skirms early on, just in case they did produce a bunch of archers. Because like I said, I don't know anything about the Berbers, or my opponent for that matter, so I did put some skirms in there. So I know that I can safely grab archers and start massing these, and maybe go and do an attack on some of the scouts, or, you know, maybe on the eco. My opponent has finished walling off. Pretty nice wall. I prefer to have the gate in the middle, so this way I want a Vil to go over here. I'm not making them go around and then walk around. But I'm a 900 and some ELO, so I shouldn't be criticizing people. I think there was a couple times I did get housed here too, so I did just kind of start spamming some houses. So I have four archers, and I'm gonna take 3 of these spearmen because I did produce a little bit more. I still have some on defense. Like I said, I already kind of know what to expect. I doubt they're gonna go too much heavier into scouts because you gotta click up eventually, and I figured they have something at home too to deal with anything that I might push. So I know that I don't need to mass numbers right now. My opponent did click up to Castle Age and is grabbing gold mining, and we're going for a walk. So at this point, let's see if I can. So just trying to see what I can see. You know, I don't see much. I know that this was here from the scout or whatever. I'm hoping to see something over here on the wood line and maybe push a vill or two back, but didn't really have too much luck there. So yeah, we're just kind of walking out in the open here. Where are those scouts at? Oh, those scouts came all the way back around here to try and push this gold. But yeah, I still have the spears there. So I guess they saw me at the house or the buildings here. I did take a spearman down. I did want to try to get one of the vills, but I was a little slow in dealing with the tower. Thinking back, I probably could have ran under there and just, but they probably would have garrisoned anyway, so who cares. So I did pull back because I know the scouts are going to be out and about. So it is what it is. I did clear up the castle age and grab the armor for the archers because that's obviously what I'm going with the Britons, so might as well start gearing them up. Also, 2 minutes and 11 seconds idle town center time for me. Absolutely horrible. Like I said, long day for me, and this was, you know, I hadn't been playing a bunch of matches, so it's just kind of coming into the first time for the day. So a little rusty. Also, just, you know, behind on clicking up and stuff, so my opponent is starting to make some. That's scary. I don't think they were expecting me to be hanging out here. I did want to hang out here though to see if, you know, something did come this way. I figured the spears would still be enough to kind of push back. I did pull these guys back. And I've officially clicked up. I put a market down, which is, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't really do too often, but I know that I usually load up on a bunch of wood. So I can sell that off if I need to. I'm not super great at balancing economy here, just because your home base gets kind of cut off from where else you expand. So I have another town center coming here. Still spearmen positioned where they need to be. My opponent's coming again, this time with I think an extra knight or two. I wasn't paying attention to this, or I probably would have started to pull them back a little bit. It looks like I did get at least one scout there, and just as they turn into crossbows, they get taken out. So really wish I would have pulled them back. I did pull the spearmen up front here to defend and put this guy here as well, because I know, you know, there's something in this direction. My opponent's also dropping a town center here. So both moving the 2 TCs. I can't say that I have really enough food income coming in, but I know that I don't need the food for Archer. I do need them for Spearman, though. I have a monk out here. I kind of want to pull him back for defense. Set him on the... okay, it was on the knight. All right. So they run off. Would have been nice to have converted there, but it is what it is. I am looking at this relic, though. I did want to put a tower here just because, you know, I'm dealing with more than scouts now, so just need a little bit extra defense. And this, you know, this is a strong spot here. So again, more crossbowmen massing. Opponent is sending knights across the map. They're on stone. And my military is really just all over the place, but I feel comfortable with the spears here until I realize how many knights they have. So just bad play by me here. Lost some spearmen and also end up losing a monk, and really let them feel a little too good about what they accomplished there, and kind of like let them see that what I had military wise, which isn't good. So yeah, a little bit costly for me, but it's all right. Vills are coming in, so sent the vills from gold, as we've seen. This guy here holding a nugget, large one. That's gotta be uncomfortable, right? Carrying it that far. Yeah, you gotta have a strong back for that. But yeah, so they're going to start putting some production buildings right here to keep pressure on. Good move. So I'm trying to clear this up because, like I said, I want this relic. You know, there's other relics, but I can be a stubborn person. Again, probably overextending a bit too much here, especially only having one spearman for a meat shield. These guys are just kind of watching everything, being like, we're not really part of anything. But yeah, I finally got my relic. I did grab forging to get some damage, extra damage out of the spears, now that the knights are probably going to be getting some extra armor. What do we got going on back here? Just building up a house wall around the gold. Good for them. Yeah, just, this is me knowing that the knights were here, excuse me, and just trying to, you know, get them to aggro onto the crossbowmen, hoping my opponent isn't looking, and then having to pull them back. So, with all this wood, I really should have been building some more barracks at this point. I do have the drop-off point setting back by the gold here in case somebody came around this end. I'm grabbing this relic nail. So yeah, trying to be safe. Also dropping another town center off over here, so I'm going 3 TCs. My opponent's feeling pretty good. He's got himself a camel and some knights, and I think a scout's probably in there. Yeah, 1 scout. I mean, I know there's not a relic here, but I ended up clicking out here, trying to see if yeah, there we go, get a conversion. This is just dumb by me though. I should have had halbs up here. That cost me 100 gold to not get anything there. Bit of an overextension from me here. I also see that I have an opponent that's going to be playing with scorps, and I gotta be honest with you, that is some anxiety for me, because those have been an absolute pain in the ass to deal with on Arena lately. They just keep having people mass scorps, and I don't know how to deal with it. I know that I should have a little bit more range, but my god, are they annoying. And I really need to get up to Imperial to get Arbalist, but I am really you know, stalling on food here. Idle TC time, I'm up to 9 minutes, but that is also with 3 town centers at this point, so it's gonna idle a little bit faster. I brought some pikes up, like that's gonna do much. These are gonna get washed. Yeah, so this is, okay, they do pull back here. I was gonna say, I felt like I was really kind of overextending here. This is dangerous because these scorpions can really clean up large masses of units. And, yeah, this is where I'm gonna pay for it right here. I don't know the resource cost for a scorpion, but I know that, like, I know if I could take them out, like it's some gold, and I'm really worried about these massing. Like I said, like it's just been my experience with Arena. I really should be pulling back here, especially in getting a monk out to heal these guys up. But yeah, a little bit of overextension here and not enough support. I did finally just call these guys forward just so there's something there. I seen that this was really low on HP, so I really just want to kill it, but this is overextending. Pikeman doing some kind of damage, but overall, not a great exchange from the 12 knights on the board. I'm trying to convert. I did get a conversion there, and I think I actually just converted the one I just clicked on, maybe. So I went from fighting against 12 knights to fighting against 11 knights simply because of the conversion. I got mopped up pretty good there. So I have more in the chamber, so it wasn't like too devastating, but this is certainly not enough to deal with 12 knights because another one just showed up to the fight here. Some of these are pretty beat up though. If I can get lucky, I can get a hit. But this is just me being kind of dumb at this point. Maybe my opponent thinks I'm trying to bait them a little bit, and that's why they're not just like, hey, I'm gonna beat this guy's ass. But certainly has more military than I do right now. And I finally lay down some more barracks to start dealing with this. But my opponent drops a castle right here. So this has me panicked because I know that I don't really have much to deal with this. I forgot about the monk there. And I know that I got to get these archers back to here so they can be under the protection of some kind of cover fire here. I also know that I got to do something about this castle. So I'm trying to clean these guys up, but also work my way to this hill to get on these vills. And now it's a matter of, can I kill these vills before the knights kill off my crossbows? And I succeed in that. Just, you know, again, more slaughter here. These units didn't really need to die. So a little bit of a regroup. I get to catch my breath and hopefully get these barracks up. My opponent is still steadily building more scorpions though. And as we've seen, that's a complete weakness for me right now. Just because they can clean up anything that I have on the board. Whether it's crossbows or spearmen at this point, or pikemen, sorry. I did click up the imp, sorry, there was a lot going on, and I got arbalist, and that's going to give me some extra range and allow me to do a little bit more damage. As you can see, this is getting really bad. My opponent did drop a TC back here, nice TC on gold and stone. Dropping a university, and we have more combat coming. So I'm trying to produce out of here. I don't have a lot of food, so I'm not getting these out too fast. Also, just really bad positioning by me. My arbalist pretty much got swept there. I'm getting ready to lose the pikemen here as they march to their death against the scorpions. And this is me just trying to pretend that I have more power than what I actually have right now. A lot of idle villagers here. There were berries that they were working on. So yeah, these are going to get mopped up. I don't know if my opponent just thought they were going to send these in and they were going to be okay, but yeah, the pikemen did work, and arbalist also getting some damage in. But yeah, opponent's still unsure or wary about overextending here. Still trying to be a little aggressive on my end. Again, my opponent's got 3 TCs. I'm trying to build some archeries back here because I want to mass on this side and see if I can go around. Because I know that I don't have much push over here dealing with the scorps. I accidentally queued up 5 militia. That was dumb on my part. My opponent's also got an imp, and they're grabbing cavalier at this point. I'm struggling getting units out, so this is just me being rusty for the beginning part of the day. I really should be spamming out a bunch of arbalists at this point. It's my best unit that I have. Not really sure why I wasn't just going all in. And also, I really just need to be getting more halberdiers in. But anyway, I've moved these vills to this gold just because I know that I'm going to need gold for the coming battle that's about to take place. I want to get this castle up just because there's been a lot going on here. As you see, there's a lot of remnants of our fallen ones on the ground there. So I just want to get better positioning here. But yeah, still lagging behind on getting units queued up here. I really could have created a much better snowball here. There we are. dumped a bunch of res in there. Wasn't shift clicking though, I don't think. I think it was just spam clicking because it slowly, or it wasn't slowly, but you saw it ticking up rather than just jumping. So my opponent's on this gold. They got a nice position here. They got a, you know, 2 siege workshops and 2 stables. And there are a lot of cavalier here. There's 31 of them. He's got a monk. He's healing these guys up. And I am not making the best use of my time right now. I think I did get howls, and that's why you see me spam a bunch of houses, but you do see me building something. So, my opponent did see this, I guess, at this point. Because you see them come off gold, and castle got dropped right here. So they're out of range of each other, but you know, the Venn diagram does have an overlap. I've now set my archery ranges from here, and these 2 to this point right here. And I've clicked these so they spam right here. And I really should have been spamming out much more Arbalists because everything that I'm producing is getting split in half. And, you know, at the time that this is all going on, I'm not thinking about that. Upgraded to heavy scorpions. Opponent's dropping another castle right here on the stone, but we already know that it's really to get a better, stronger position on my castle and get some trebs out. Why I didn't have a treb up here, don't ask me. I've already done a bad job at producing units. I have 31 here. The other, you know, 28 are on the other side of the map. This was them getting out of my my control there. So they do clean up pretty nice there. But these heavy scorpions, man, absolutely cleaned up those halberdiers on me. So I do get a treb out, but so does my opponent, so we're pretty much an even exchange here. I want to get this castle down because I want to be able to stand in front of my castle and be able to range into this area with my arbs. I can't do that with you know, this castle being here. So I put the halberdiers here in front of the treb. I don't know what happens here. I don't know why these guys moved over there. These ones stayed, but it's what happened. It is what it is. I wanted to get these up close to see if I can get some shots fired on the castle, get it down quicker. But here come the scorpions, and I'm in castle range, castle fire range here. I pull the halbs back. I am moving my arbalist army back this way. Sorry, I'm getting panicky just watching this. This is getting mopped up. This is bad. I really should have just pulled this back, let more halbs mass, and yeah, this is not a good exchange. I don't want to lose this treb. I still have it firing. I want to send these halberdiers over here to help, but it's really just not worth it. I did shoot this gate down, so I'm trying to get eco damage in. My opponent is getting eco damage in right here, but it's not going to be as significant as what I'm kind of accomplishing here. I'm able to get these guys into the town center. These halbs do scare off my opponent a little bit. Obviously, he doesn't want to waste units. But 3 trebs, 2 castles still standing. I pulled these arbalists back because I'm trying to mass without, you know, actually creating units again. My opponent did call these guys in, and thinking back now, I wish I could have dropped a castle right here. So yeah, there's a lot going on opposite sides of the map. I'm just trying to get as much eco damage in as possible. Nothing's really, I got a little bit building up here, but this is ugly for me. This town center is going to get trebbed down. These houses are going to go down. I'm behind on vills. We both have crazy idle TC time. My opponent has a 4th treb on. Okay, there it is. 4 of them are right there. This is getting cleaned up. I'm trying to build more barracks at this point. I want to spam halbs out as fast as possible. I've also set my archery gather points back here. I'm trying to mass while they want to clean up the rest of my base over here. "13 heavy scorpions." I'm trying to grab armor for the halbs as well. I've moved my Arbalest from here up to this point. I'm trying to, you know, take care of what I can up here just to get some more eco damage. But you know, I'm taking some losses here. This is rough. I'm finally moving forward with this army that I've built up back here. I got the halbs in the front. I'm trying to hold. I know that these trebs are coming over here. I got the, you know, cavalier trying to take houses down. So I try to get the halberdiers up front, but I know the scorpions are coming in. So I drop a castle here, figuring like I'll give them a couple targets to look at. The Arbalists do great work on the heavy scorpions here. The halbs hold pretty well as in this area too. I'm very grateful for that. I am massing more halberdiers back here. These units on gold are very enticing to the cavalier, but let's face it, that's not what's important right now. There's a castle going up, but my opponent's got 4 trebs. This castle does not stand a chance. They are down to 2 scorpions though, so that's pretty big. Halbs up here. I'm holding this position up here. I can see my opponent's trying to, you know, get ready for this by sending another unit there. Full send here. Well, not full send, but they're starting to send more units up front. Like I said, this castle did not stand a chance. More cavalier there. There's chaos everywhere. They must have set a gather point or a rally point back here for their stables because the cavalier are just coming in. I am getting heavy damage in on the cavalier right now, which is nice. And that's probably why the GG gets called there. I did win this match, and I was trying to go back and look. So there's 4 trebs here, right? There's 21 cavalier on the map. There are 8 right here. It's including this one back here. I have halbs here and here, which, you know, they can't see this. They probably also don't, you know what's going on back here. But 24 Arbalists can probably, you know, clean this up for the most part. Anything that trickles in afterwards is probably in trouble. Like I said, there's 4 trebs here, which could do some more damage. I have Vils ready to rebuild. And over here, he's got Vils on gold. These gold wells dried up. Not super efficient eco on wood, but they're not really using wood except for building farms maybe. I did clean up whatever he charged here. Yeah, that's dead. I can't. Yeah, it's in its death animation. So that was dead. This town center is in rough shape. I killed off the Vils on this side of it. They did have more here, but my assumption is they tapped because there's a good chance this gets cleaned up, right? And there's more halbs back here, and I could spam more units and then take out there's nothing here to protect the trebs. While these aren't like super efficient at taking out units, it's gonna idle something over here, and there's no snowball or anything to really get much of a push in. I think there's 10 here, but I think we included this one. So yeah, good match. Strong opponent for me at least. It was a fun one. Like I said, not too many of them have been this close or competitive, so I wanted to share this one at the 950 range for myself. I'm getting close to 1000, but I'm running into so much resistance when I get arena. But yeah, this is a good one. So Now, guys, feel free to like, comment, consider subscribing if you're not already subscribed to the channel, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.